supplies.
Game Night! Tonight on Game Night, Nikki, Mike, Lincoln, and myself, Dave, are going to teach and play Sea Salt and Paper, a game for 2 to 4 players, published by Bombyx and designed by Bruno Cathala and Théo Rivière. So you could watch our episode or agami.
Yikes.
Agami. All right.
Hey, Dave.
Hey, Lincoln.
We teach us sea salt and paper.
Sea Salt and Paper indeed, sir.
Okay.
Sea Salt and Paper is sort of a set collecting gin rummy-esque card game thing with a big giant deck of cards that have all kinds of different sea creature-y things made out of paper. Okay. That's the name.
Origami.
In various colors. Those could potentially matter. And the game is sort of works as follows. We don't start with any cards. After I explain some of these over here, we're going to shuffle this all in, and we're going to take 2 from the top to start the 2 discard piles.
Okay.
And then on your turn, it's pretty basic card game mechanic that you'll recognize. On your turn, you are going to add a card to your hand. And the way you do that is you either draw 2 from the top of the deck, look at one, keep one, and discard the other to one of the 2 piles, or you can take whatever the face-up card is on the top of one of the 2 piles. All right? The only additional discard rule is if one pile is empty and you are discarding, you must discard to the empty pile to start it again. You cannot do that as your discard. Okay? So, what are we trying to do? You're trying to collect cards for points. All right? So, cards, there's a fish, there's a boat, there's a crab, for example. So cards come in these various different paper characters, and one of the ways you get points is by making what are called duos. All right? A duo is either a pair of crabs or a pair of boats or a pair of fish, or, I didn't show this yet, but a swimmer and a shark, and the cards do a pretty good iconography on to show you that is a pair.
Yep.
And a duo gives you 1 point, okay? A duo also gives you an action if you play it face up to the table. But if you never play it face up to the table and it's just in your hand at the end of the round, it's still a point. So whether I play these fish from my hand or not, if I have a pair of fish, I'm going to get a point. If I have 3 fish, that's still only a point. But if I have 4 fish, that'd be 2 points because I have 2 duos. All right? Okay. It doesn't matter if the colors match or don't match for the fish. It's just if you have 2 fish.
Okay.
So the first thing you're going to do on your turn is you're going to add a card to your hand. Draw, add, maybe discard, depending. The next thing you can do on your hand is you may play duos from your hand. You are not required to do this, but you can. The duo that you play does not have to have anything to do with the card you just added to your hand. You could have kept it from the previous round and decided not to play it earlier. All right?
Okay.
Each duo, you have a little cheat sheet of duos there, but each duo does its thing, and the iconography in the card's pretty good. If you play a pair of fish to the table, then you get to draw the top card from the deck and add it to your hand.
Right.
All right? Yep. That might allow you to play another duo because you might have drawn a boat, which now gives you 2 boats. And if you can play 2 boats to the table, you get another turn. So you basically take a full another turn, which starts with adding a card to your hand by either drawing here or here, and then potentially discarding, and then maybe playing more duos. You could play 2 crabs to the table. 2 crabs allow you to pick one of the 2 piles, go through it, take a card from it and add it to your hand, put the pile back in the order that it was in. You're not required to show anyone the card you took.
Yep.
All right? And maybe that gives you a chance to play another duo. You can daisy chain these if you want. You're not required to.
Makes sense.
All right. The last duo you can play a shark and a swimmer. A shark and a swimmer allows you to choose one of the other players and steal a card randomly from their hand. So one of the reasons you might play duos to the table is once they're on the table, they cannot be stolen from you.
Ah.
Makes sense.
All right?
Yes.
Okay. So we're going to keep doing this, and there's other cards that I'll explain in a second.
Duoing this is what he said.
Duo.
We're going to keep doing this until the round ends, and the round ends when a player declares that the round is over. And you cannot do that unless you have at least 7 points.
Okay.
All right? So
Okay.
you are required to know the score of your hand during the game.
Sure.
But when you have 7 or more points, you can, on your turn, end the round in one of two ways. You can either say stop, and you put your hand face up on the table, and when you say stop, everybody will score their hand. So I'll score my hand, and everyone will score their hand, and however many points you get, that'll be it.
Right.
All right?
Yep.
We're in a 4-player game, the target score is 30.
Yes.
So first to 30, essentially, not first to 30, but going over 30 triggers the end of the game and high score wins.
Okay.
All right. The other thing you can do, though, if you play your cards to the table, is instead of saying stop, you can say last chance. All right? When you say last chance, you are basically betting that no one else will have a hand that scores more than you. Scoring the same as you is okay. But you're hoping that they won't score more than you. You're making a bet, basically. So if I were to play this and call last chance, then Nikki would get a turn, and then at the end of her turn, she would lay her hand out on the table. And then Lincoln would get a turn, and he'd lay his hand out on the table. And the reason you're doing that is that Mike would get the last turn, but he would no longer be able to shark, swim, or anybody because cards on the table cannot be stolen. Anyway, Mike would get his last turn, and then we would see what our score is.
Right.
If my score was, say, 8 points, and no one else got 9 or more, then I would score 8 points, but everybody else would not score their score. They would just get 1 point per card in whatever their greatest color suit was.
Okay.
So in this case, let's get rid of these mermaids for a second. In this case, that would be 2. That's gray, that's black. So if Mike called last chance and succeeded in winning that bet, I would not score my points for my cards. I would just score these 2 points because this is the greatest color I have. And if this was my hand, I would score 3 points because I
Right.
have 3 in black, right? That's black. And
Noir, according to this card. Right?
and they give you a little color breakdown. You'll notice that there are, for example, 9 dark and light blue cards, and there's only 2 pink.
Okay.
All right, so the colors are not equally balanced as far as
No.
what there's more or less of. For succeeding in his last chance bet, Mike will also score, in addition to his, say, 8-point hand, he will also score his longest color suit. So if I called last chance with this and succeeded, and let's say it was worth 8, I would score 8, 9, 10, 11. And the rest of you would just score your color bonus. Okay?
Okay.
So those are the 2 ways that it can end. If you call last chance and someone does have more than you in their last chance, then you only score your color and everybody else scores their hand as normal.
Yep.
Okay.
All right?
Yep.
Okay, so let's talk about some of the other cards that you can do to score. There are some absolutely bona fide set collecty cards in the game. They're these seashells, for example. They basically score 0 if you have 1, and 2 if you have 2, and 4 if you have 3, etc. They're just basically 2 points apiece after the first one. There are only 2 anchor, and there are only, I think, 5 seashells in the game.
Yeah, it's down to the corner, the little tiny.
Oh no,
dots that
sorry,
can't
there are
be-
6 seashells in the game.
Yep.
That makes sense. So there are only 2 anchors in the game, and if you get them both, they score 5 points as a set.
Yep.
There are 3 penguins in the game, and they score 1, 3, and 5. There are 5 octopuses in the game, octopi, and they score 3 points apiece up to 12. All right?
Yep.
There are cards that score 1 point per thing. There's 1 point per fish. There's 1 point per boat, for example. This is not in and of itself a fish.
Right.
And again, these are not cards that ever get played to the table. The only cards you ever play to the table are duos.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, so this will always be in your hand. But that's 1 point per fish, and that's... So a fish duo with that card would be worth 3 points, right? 1 for the duo plus 1 for the fish.
Okay.
Right.
All right? And then finally, there are the mermaids. And Mike is right. There's a card that scores, I think, 3 points per anchor.
Yes.
You'll see it when you see it.
Yeah.
Okay. The mermaids are weird. They score for whatever the longest color suit you have in your hand. So this mermaid for this hand would score 1, 2, 3 points because this is your longest color suit. If you had a second mermaid, then it would color for the next longest suit.
Okay.
So this one would score 1, 2, 3, and this one would score 1, 2.
All
Yep.
right.
All right? Note that the mermaids are also a color suit. So this mermaid scores 1, 2, 3. This mermaid scores 1, 2 because you have 2 white cards.
All right.
Okay? The white card, the mermaid is its own suit. And then last but not least, there are 4 mermaids in the game. If you ever get all 4 mermaids, then there is no score. The game ends immediately and you win.
Yep. Okay.
All right? That is the entire game.
Okay.
The game, I'm sorry, that is not the entire game. The round can end one other way, and that is if the deck runs out,
Yes.
then the round ends and nobody scores anything.
Right.
Okay.
That's right.
So you got to keep an eye on that.
Yeah.
Well, that you might, if you're behind, you might want that.
Okay.
You might want the round to end. You might be just trying for some weird, crazy Hail Mary sort of situation where...
I want all the mermaids.
Right.
One last thing that I didn't say, when the round ends, if no one has reached 30 and we move to the next round, the start player is the very next player
Yes.
after whoever called the end of the round.
Correct.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Gamegenic, ingenious supplies.
We moved this sideways to make it easier to draw. Oh, Nikki.
What did you turn?
Is it me?
Yes.
Well.
Yes, of course, 100%.
Mermaids are so good.
All right, but you keep that in your hand.
Well.
All
I
right,
have
fair
it.
enough. All right, Lincoln. Draw 2.
Yeah, I know. They're small. Did you hear me say?
I did.
Well, I'm going to take the anchor because I know that no one will give me the other anchor.
'Cause you
For
didn't
sure.
get-
No one will give me the other anchor.
Oh, look at
You
that.
might get it.
I might get it.
Okay. I'm going to do this.
Discard another boat.
That wasn't a boat. That
Or
was the
or a boat.
one per
A
boat.
boat.
I want both of these cards.
Are so good. No, it's just a crab.
I still want it.
Just a crab.
Just as long as it's not an anchor.
It's not an anchor. I mean.
See why you guys are so worried about that. Okay. Let's do this. Here, I'm going to cover that with a crab. There you go.
Cover a crab and
crab.
Let's
There
see
you
what
go.
these two are.
Yeah.
Forward walking crab.
Oh, look at that. Here we go. I'll just keep getting rid of.
Okay.
Okay.
That's a fishy.
It is a fish.
It's a shark,
It's a
actually.
shark.
It's not a fish.
It's an
Okay,
S-shark.
I should, yes.
It's
Did you
a
say
fish
shark?
It's a fish
Shark?
that's a shark-eating fish.
It's a shark that wants a swimmer.
Yes. Yes, it does.
That works that one direction, but the swimmer doesn't want the shark, in theory.
It does not. No, it does not. That's a crab.
That is a crab.
That is a crab.
That is a crab.
Okay.
All right, Lincoln's taking a crab. All right, Mike.
I know. Lincoln and I. Lincoln. Can I be not downstream from Lincoln?
Why? I'm not dead. I took the crab that you wanted.
Maybe. There we go. There's a shell. Seashell.
Oh.
A yellow
Seashell.
I'm going to draw from here instead. Here's a fish.
There's a fish in the sea.
She's taking a fish.
I'm taking it.
I know.
All right.
Are you playing the fish?
Nope. Oh.
You don't know.
Taking the shark.
Okay. Well, then that's good. Good for Mike.
All right, Mike.
I will take a
Don't.
crab
That's what he wanted.
because I'll play crabs. Look at that. Crab.
All right. Which pile are you digging through?
This pile.
The smaller one?
Yeah.
There's something there he wants.
What was it, Mike?
Maybe it's an anchor.
All right. Well,
Not an anchor.
There's no anchor in there.
I didn't think this shell would just sit here for me.
Yeah, shells are good.
Done.
Okay. Yay.
Well.
This game.
Hang on. Are you playing anything?
She just. Oh, okay.
She could play if she.
I'm
I
just
could.
asking. You don't have to.
Yeah, we just didn't make.
All right.
Okay.
I'll discard. Did I want to do that?
I don't know.
Yeah, I do. It's one I drew earlier.
Is that a shark?
It
That
is a
is a
shark.
That
That
is a
is
shark.
a shark.
It's another duo.
Who do you want? What do you want?
I want Lincoln.
Okay.
Sorry, Lincoln.
Wow, I've got nothing so far, so
Thank-
take something great.
Absolutely.
Take a boat. Play two boats. I'm gonna draw this. Done.
Okay.
Another shell.
Look at that.
Wow, I can't let you have a shell. Dave has all the shells now.
I have at least 3.
How many are they worth?
4 points.
Let's see. Do this. Oof. I guess that. And I'm done.
Hey, Dave, let's take something from your hand.
Okay. Go for it.
There's 2. I'm going to place this fish on top of the octopus. Go ahead, Dave.
Done.
Darn it. Okay.
I can't tell if Nikki is trying to like build up like a thing or
There you go. 2 fish.
take the top card
Fish.
Yep.
from here. And you can still play duos if you want.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. 2 cards. Put this shark above the fish. Go ahead.
All right. Oh, is this what you're waiting for? Hang on, Nikki. I might be giving you exactly what you want here.
Maybe. Or giving me a quandary.
All right, here. Do you want a penguin?
It's
That's
a
our-
penguin.
That's the first one we've seen.
I know. Well, it's the first one I've seen.
A 1. A 2. I will keep that. I will discard this. I will play these 2 to go through the discard and take that.
Okay.
Wow.
Done.
You can call the end of the round now if you think you have it.
It's 7, yeah?
7 or more.
Let me...
Or you don't have to.
I will call the end of the round.
All right. Are you calling stop or last chance? Are you taking the bet?
I'll do the bet.
You will? Lay it out then.
Okay.
That's exciting.
Well, I don't know.
All right.
Oh.
All right, that's 6. Okay. Just lay your whole thing out.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's just all out.
Well, that's nothing.
Yep.
And then this.
Color might be important.
Yep, 7. Okay, so 6, 7, 8. And then what's your longest color?
It's either the blue or the yellow.
just
So
two
9,
or,
10.
or the black.
All right, so Nikki has 10.
Okay.
Oh.
Wow, I don't think we're
me.
beating
I
10.
don't think so. Nope.
So here's what you want to do, Lincoln. You want to, at the very least, try to get another blue or whatever your longest color is, because that's all that we're going to score.
I understand.
All right.
Whatever. It doesn't matter. Okay.
And you lay your hand out. Technically, it can't be stolen from.
What do you have? You have the penguins in there. Yeah, it's not gonna help. Okay. Let's here. There you go. Put the octopus down.
I am going to just take yellow, because I don't think I can do anything. I had your anchor from the very beginning, by the way.
Yeah, of course. That's how it works. That's how this game works.
All right. All right, so your score is 1, 2, 3 for the penguin, 4, 5 for the penguin thing, 6, 7 for the shell. So you had 7. I mean,
Seven's not bad.
if you had drawn another penguin, maybe, but
So this is
still.
worth 1, 2.
If I drawn a crab, I'd have been in great shape, but I did not.
3, 4, and then this one's worth for the blues 5, 6, 7. I only have 7 points.
Okay, I have 2,
Yep.
3, 4, 5, 6 for this.
Yep.
That was it.
Okay.
All right, so Nikki wins her bet.
Yep.
Okay.
So you get 10
Okay.
plus whatever your longest color suit is, which is 2.
Okay.
So you get 12.
Right.
All right.
All right, score app.
All right. And I have 3.
12, 3, 3,
Yep.
and I got 5.
Oops. Okay.
Nice. Okay.
And Lincoln is the new start player.
Okay. I like the noises.
Yeah, it's a good app.
Dang, that was a hand.
Well, that's probably the starting hand, and now we'll see how the rest of the game goes.
Right. It can change a lot.
Just draw 4 mermaids.
Just draw 4 mermaids.
Just draw 4 mermaids.
Sure, and just call it that
Were you
way.
in that game?
Yes, I was nice. Yes.
The very first time Nathan ever played this game,
Yeah.
he got 4 mermaids. He's like, this game's easy.
Yeah.
Did you make him play again? And then he was like, no, this game
No.
is not easy.
No, I don't think we wanted to play again.
Nice.
All right, Lincoln, you're
We
the
had a
start
good game
player.
going on too. You covered the shell.
Of course.
I know, but it doesn't mean it doesn't mean I like it. Okay, I'll take this. Here, I'm gonna cover that crab with another crab.
I'll take a boat.
Okay.
Wow.
See, look, the shell's back.
Oops, too many cards. Okay, crab with another crab. Somebody's going to be happy.
I'll take
And he's
the
like a
shell.
Okay, well, I
Crab,
will.
Crab.
I'm going to discard this shell.
It may not be there.
Oh. There you go.
If I don't take the crabs, I'll take this crab.
No. Force me to discard in that pile.
Yes. Because maybe I'll get that crab.
Okay, I will discard this fish.
It's a fish. All right, I'm going to draw this time.
Hey, look, the fish.
Oh, fishy fish that went whatever I did.
Okay, here we go. Let's go here.
No shame in that.
I'm okay with this. Okay, here we go. Here's this.
This?
No.
He's keeping it. I see
The
what he's
anchor,
doing.
the
Yeah,
anchor
the anchor.
guy. The anchor guy. Lighthouse.
All right. I'm going to discard this, and then I'm going to play these.
Boat.
I'm going to take this. Done.
Okay.
Do I have one of those?
Yeah, that's what you get when you have your cards face down.
That's a school.
It's a schoolfish. Schoolfish. I'll take
3 strange days.
I'll take that. Go ahead.
I'll take the swimmer. Done.
Swimming in the water. 1 and 2. Come on. Ooh.
Ooh. Oh.
Oh, let's do it this way instead in case that happens. That. And then
That's a shark.
Playing a duo, are you?
maybe 2 crabs.
All right. Which pile do you want to go for?
I wasn't keeping enough track.
That is part of it.
Part of it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that was the wrong one.
Well, there's something in there.
I mean, there is, but yeah. Okay. There you go.
Ooh.
Boat.
Go again.
Yeah, just deciding. Okay, so if I have 4 mermaids, it's over?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's over.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Woo!
That's the whole game.
That is neat. Cool, Lincoln.
Mike, I kept drawing shells. I didn't want to. I have 3 shells. I bet you only have 2.
I won! I have nothing.
Wow, Lincoln.
Lincoln. You're like, oh, I won this game.
And
That
I
is-
threw down crabs.
That's so
can't
great
play-
because I literally was just telling that story.
I know.
Were you laughing while I was telling that
Well,
story?
I mean-
were you trying to keep a straight face? Sorry. Oh my
I
god.
had 2, but I kept.
Oh my
You
God.
guys forced me, like, I didn't want to leave anything visible. One of those
Right,
things
right,
visible, so I
right.
had to draw, got another one.
Oh, that's
so
so
I could
great.
discard. And then I got the boat, because I kept trying to get a crab. She gave me another boat. I'm like, well, I'll go again. Drew, and then drew the 4th.
Wow.
That's what
mermaid.
happened to Nathan
That's
when we played
crazy.
the game.
Yeah.
Same idea.
So
Let's
then
try
it's
again.
What's our
completely done?
What's our shortest episode?
Well, we're going to do one more. Might as well.
Wow.
If that
job.
hadn't happened, I'm sorry I missed it. How many times would we have played until somebody reaches 30?
30.
Correct.
30,
Okay.
Yes.
I mean, the crazy part, of course, is that once you get 2,
Yeah, you kind of have to keep going for
you're
it.
almost incentivized to just sort of. I mean, once you get the 3rd one, right?
Well, I mean,
there's
4
no
and
reason
there's
to
a lot
not
of
just
cards
draw
left. Yeah.
at that
Right.
point. Oh my gosh, that's so
That's
crazy.
crazy.
It was weird, though, because like I
Crazy.
think I might have drawn it in the 1st or 2nd hand round, or turn.
You had to get
And
one.
then I kept drawing one with something else.
You only probably had 4 or 5 draws the whole game. So
I
you
drew a
you
lot.
drew one
Well, I
basically
gave
every
my-
time.
The weird thing was, is I was like, well, she left a sailboat. Might as well just do that and get another turn and see what I get.
I had a shark and a swimmer. So instead of putting down the crabs, I could have put
Yeah,
down
mine's
that
stolen
and
for me.
stolen
Right.
a card.
You
but
didn't know?
I was like, hey,
Yeah, but you probably wouldn't have stolen from Lincoln anyway.
I know,
I don't
right.
think he would have been your
No.
target.
I didn't
in
really
your
have a
mind.
lot besides that stuff, right? I mean, I had
Right, because
literally
the
like
mermaids don't. Your second mermaid.
crab.
Yeah.
Right.
I was going for a crab just to go digging through the piles or something. Anything.
Crabs are good. Boats are good. I mean, everything is kind of good in this game.
Okay. And I forgot what an anchor is about.
It's just points.
It's just points.
It's just straight
It's
up
just another
points.
set
Okay.
collecting thing. That's all. Wow. That was great, Lincoln. That was so cool.
So you get.
All
to
right, so we're
show
playing
how
again. Is that
best-
right?
Yeah, let's do it
So
real
this
quick.
is a whole new.
Hold the game. All right,
Yeah.
Mike, you get to start. Otherwise, it would be our shortest episode ever.
Yeah. I think our shortest was about 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Well, that might have been less than 20 minutes.
Maybe. I think it
Nah,
was
you're
more.
I'm going to take an octopus.
All right, take an
Teach.
octopus.
There we go.
I'm going to draw 2 off the top. Hang on.
Oh wait.
And I'm going to get rid of this fish.
I'm an antsy. Okay. One.
Was that the little
two.
fish with the light?
Oh yeah,
Angler or
it is
whatever.
with the light. Yeah. Okay, I will get rid of
Anglerfish?
Anglerfish, I think is what
That
it's called.
guy.
I could be wrong.
Just draw the mermaids.
I won't be getting around.
Yeah, just draw 4
Just draw
mermaids.
the mermaids.
That was amazing. I love that. I was just telling that story.
I know,
silly.
I can't believe it. All right. Draw. Here we go. I'm going to keep this card. I'm going to discard a boat. Go ahead.
I'm going to take crap. Done.
You are, huh?
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Let's see.
What you got?
I see. Oh. I guess. No.
Here's what I like. I like when someone draws 2 cards and they discard a mermaid,
Yes.
because it means you know they drew 2 mermaids.
Not necessarily.
Man.
Almost
Sometimes
90% of the time.
If it's early on, yeah.
If it's your first 2
If
cards.
it's early on,
Yeah.
yeah. But if it's later on, it could be
You
an
could throw something
octopus
else in your
or a
hand,
shark
There you
Yeah.
go.
Or a penguin. Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
I don't want you having it, Mike.
Besides,
I'll try to build on
he already drew
Well,
one.
I thought maybe you'd draw 2 and cover it.
Yeah, you could have done that too.
It's true. I should have.
No,
Anglerfish.
not if you're secretly have one yourself.
Yeah,
over
I
there.
right.
have over here.
Besides, now you guys can steal from each other.
Are you hinting? Like, leave me alone?
There we go. I'm going to put a fish on top of the fish. There
I'm
you
gonna
go.
draw these 2.
Fish on fish.
There's fish.
It's fish on fish
Fish on
action.
fish.
Fish
violence.
Yeah.
on fish.
You've got to be kidding me.
No.
You've got to be kidding me.
It's like
You're a man, not
it's
a
like a
fish.
caterpillar.
All right, Nikki.
No, that's
It's all on
yeah,
you.
Eel on top of it.
I'm gonna get rid of that octopus.
You are. I know what's. I don't.
I'm after Lincoln, so I'm definitely not getting the octopus.
Well,
Don't draw 2 octopuses.
don't draw 2 octopi.
Oh, why did you cover it up?
It's still available.
Exactly right.
It's still available.
Oh, I'm just messing with you.
There are ways to get at it.
There's lots of ways to get at it, I know. Here we go. I think that deck is dead. Da-da. Okay, let's cover this boat. There's a boat covering the shark. What? Don't take the boat.
I take the boat.
Take the boats.
You're done? Don't
Now I'm
don't
done.
do that.
Now I'm done.
I don't like it.
No shark for you. No shark for you, Sharky.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Sharky McShark.
Pick up the card. I gotta choose the
I know, I'm getting
card.
carried away.
Yeah, now
I
you're
gotta
getting excited.
choose
You're like,
the
oh, I managed to
card.
find the mermaid.
No, it's a different game.
Have a fish.
There's a fish.
Fish time.
Fish. Okay, let's keep going. I'm going to put the swimmer on top of the shark.
All right. I'm gonna take the swimmer. I'm gonna play these crabs. I'm gonna take this shark.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna play this. All right, Nikki.
Ugh.
Shovel them up.
Shovel them up.
To Buffalo.
I know I'm
gonna
not getting an
force one.
octopus. I know I'm not getting an octopus. And end of my turn. Go ahead.
You ruined my turn, I'll tell you that.
Really?
Yes.
With this?
I
I'll trade it.
No.
I'll trade it for another card in your
No,
hand.
it was what I was gonna do that messed it up. Okay, I drew these 2.
That was not a great card.
Oh my gosh.
I'll admit, I partially did that move because it got me 3 blues. 3 light blues. Oh.
There's the other anchor.
Anchor. Are there 2 fish on top?
Yeah.
There are 2 fish on top.
I don't want
I would like other things.
There you go.
If you wanted fish, though, you would have had a lot of them by now.
I know I would.
Plus the school of fish
I know.
points for whatever. Uh-oh. Is that gin?
Maybe.
Ugh.
That looks like gin rummy.
It's not. I'm going to cover this blue fish with a shark. Oh, no, that's a... Yeah, it's a shark.
Just shark.
See, he's smiling.
All right,
Shark
let's
smile.
see what these
Because
two
it
are.
bites.
They have cold, dead eyes, Nikki
bites
P.
you.
Cold dead eye.
You've got to be kidding me.
It bites you and yum, 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 yum.
All they do is eat, or swim, eat, and make little fish.
And make
Make little
Ooh,
sharks.
Like
the shark.
baby
Shark,
sharks.
Shark on shark action.
Yeah.
That's what it's got to be. This is going to happen like the swimmer and the shark.
The swimmer and the shark can be friends.
Give me back my card.
All right, well, you got a 1 out of 3 shot.
That was not it.
That was it.
Yes, it was.
Do you want to play it?
No.
Okay.
Did you do everything you're doing?
I did everything
Okay,
I'm
you're
doing.
What you're doing.
Come on, man. Something helpful here.
What? We're collecting the same things.
I don't know, but I'm just unhappy that I'm not getting any duos.
You don't need duos if you've just got stuff.
Sort of.
I will bet you right now you have more points than me. Call it, Mike. End my misery.
I think I might. Hold on, let's make sure I have enough. Yeah, let's call it.
Stop or last chance?
Stop.
3 points.
Boo.
Oh, man.
Okay,
My-
7.
you see all of my points on the table.
Nothing, and 2 mermaids. So,
So this is a point,
right.
and then
That's nothing.
1, 2, 3,
Yeah.
4.
Yeah.
This is going to score for the 2 mermaids,
Right.
and then the other one will
It's
score for.
very sad.
You know what? That's 1 more than me. I'm going to
Really?
score 1.
we
Yeah,
were.
1,
See,
2, 3.
I said
That's all I have.
See, right. We were
Okay.
scoring. So
1,
I
2,
have
3.
I have some shells. That's 6, and then my mermaids were 2 points. That's 8.
Yep.
So 8 for Mike.
Yep. We were taking the same things.
Were
Yep.
we?
Yes, absolutely.
I only took the shell because I couldn't. The other thing was absolutely worthless to
I
me.
started with this.
Okay, and then so what do you have, Dave?
3. Just my duos. 1, 2, 3.
Okay. Nikki, what did Nikki have?
4.
4.
I thought you were doing better.
No.
You didn't need this back.
Mike had 8. I had what? I had 7
I wanted to
This is
go
worth-
through the deck
this
to
is
get
worth
the other anchor
6,
because
right? 6.
plus 1.
Yeah.
I
So
drew
7. Yep.
Yep. And
the
then
other
Dave, what did you have?
mermaid
3?
and
Three.
Okay.
Yeah.
3,
and
4,
the
7, and
anchor,
8.
and I had to get rid of a mermaid
Yeah,
or
we were
an
absolutely
anchor.
taking the
After
same
you
cards.
had just
But
said
we
that.
didn't
I'm
want
I,
to.
getting rid of
I wanted the
mermaids.
octopus. There was
Yeah.
that one octopus, but Nikki,
That's-
smartly covered it.
Yeah.
But I wanted crabs too.
Right.
And then I finally got another octopus, and I got a crab, and I'm like, well, dang it.
Yeah, you didn't have to take the shell to stop Mike. You could have just covered it.
I didn't take the shell. I took the octopus. but
Sorry,
yes.
the octopus.
Yep.
But I understand why you would, because the second one is worth 3 points.
Right.
Yeah, it's not bad.
And no, it is not bad. I actually thought when you took it, you might have had one already.
Did not.
All right, Mike,
No,
you
it's not
you
good
called
enough.
that, right?
I did.
All right, so that's me.
Crab.
There's an octopus and a crab.
Yeah, I'm going to draw 2.
Why?
Because he's mean. He is anti-octopus.
Anti-octopus.
Getting started on it. I don't know.
Who wants the other anchor? You know, if you had the other anchor.
You got to have it, though.
There you go. Let's cover that. There's a boat.
I'll take these 2.
Dave's sad.
The choices.
Yeah.
The pain.
Here you go.
The pain.
shark.
The pain of the
Yum, yum,
choices.
yum, yum.
And 1 and 2.
Shell.
Shell.
What the shell?
No.
Oh.
I hope they're both mermaids.
They're not. They're not. I'm going to take this one. discard a fish.
Do that. I'm gonna play these 2 boats.
Boat.
Draw these. Wow, I can't stop drawing sharks apparently.
Yuck. Okay.
Hey, that's a swimmer.
It's a Schwimmer. David Schwimmer.
I like to swim.
Okay, I will discard that, and I will crab. And take
Yeah.
that pile.
Yum,
Grab
yum, yum.
arms.
Crab arms.
Yum, 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 yum. Crabby crab crabs.
Okay.
Do you want to play another duo or anything?
No. I wish.
Well, I'm just
I
saying
want duos.
it's
I'm
possible.
not getting
Yeah.
them.
You are loud. I
You
guess
don't.
I should
You
say.
don't need them to win,
There was a crab there earlier, but
as
Dave
you have
covered it.
proved already.
What's this? Nothing. Nothing. That's what it is. I'll place the boat here. Go
A
ahead.
boat.
And I'll draw these 2 then.
It's a boat.
Boat.
What's it, a boot?
Here,
It's a boot.
you want that?
Do I?
No.
I don't know. Do you?
We've seen that anchor guy.
I know, there's an anchor
many
in there.
times.
Come
Well, what's
on.
nice
There's
is
only one in the deck.
it's 3 points. If you have the 0 point anchor,
Yes.
it turns it in with 3,
It is,
right?
It's good. It is good.
3 points is a
That
lot.
I
It's just,
guess. Here.
Oh,
It's 3/8 of a winning score.
well, look at that. It's still there.
Well,
Look at that, Mike. If only you wanted it.
I will take the fish.
That anchor just been sitting there.
And I'll fishy fish.
Take
There's
that.
my fish.
Take the top card.
Okay.
Good luck, player.
Thank you.
Are you done?
Maybe.
All right, I'm waiting.
Yes.
I'll take these 2 then.
Okay.
Okay, let me just think, please. 1, 2.
3, 4, 5.
Okay,
We have 4 mermaids.
Hey.
I'm gonna play this.
Oh, hold on.
Oh, it's a penguin lover.
I'm gonna play the crab duo.
What is it? A flock of penguins?
I'm gonna
Is that what
take
it's called?
this.
It's a flock of penguins.
Flock of penguins.
I don't
And
know
then-
what it
Attention
is.
to him.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm gonna call last chance.
Okay. Okay.
That's horrible.
Got to beat 9.
Gotta be 9.
Come on, something. That's nothing. Oh, that's
I
something.
know I can't.
Well,
Okay, I will
you
get
can't
rid
beat me.
of
Make,
that.
make
and
sure you're
I
not.
will
Make sure you're not getting rid of.
do that.
Crab.
Yep.
Yeah, but I think Lincoln went in here and got what I was thinking.
Well, here's
I
what you need. You
wanted.
don't need points. If you can't beat me, what you need is the longest of a single color.
Right. Right. Right.
Nope.
Unless there's something in there that works for you.
Maybe.
More duos are done.
I got a duo.
Okay, you gonna play it?
Sure.
All right.
This is mean, though. Mike.
It's part of the game. Which one would you like?
Listen,
That one.
if it gets you to beat me, it could be worth it.
Okay. I am
Lay it all out. You can't be stolen
Okay.
from. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you had 5. Woo!
I can't definitely beat you, so I'll take this. Okay. Cool.
All right, Nikki's got 5.
I got more than 5.
You've got 1, 2,
Oh, sorry.
3, 4, 5. I'm just doing your score for did you beat me or not.
Okay.
So hang on, and you didn't.
No.
I assume you didn't beat
Nope.
9, and you didn't
I
beat
have
1.
1.
All right, so,
Oh, 2. There's my pair. 2.
all right, so you're going to just get your longest color, which is 1, 2, 3.
Yep.
Okay.
So
There
Nikki
you
gets
go.
3. Whatever your longest color
Three.
is, Lincoln.
3. I have 3 for my light blues.
All right, I'm going to get 9 plus 2, so
Yep.
11.
Oops. No, that's right.
Close game.
No,
14, 7, 10, and
11.
moved 11.
Yeah.
Okay.
It organizes it for you. So.
Yeah, I know, but I'm trying to read it.
I love those sounds.
Ding, 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 ding.
All right, Nikki is a start player.
Crap.
But nobody's at 30.
No.
And no
It
one's...
takes at
Couple
least 3 rounds, if not more than that. Especially if no one last chances. All right, Nikki.
Wow, that's funny.
Do you take the shark or you
Or
take
take
the
the
swimmer?
swimmer.
I
I'll
wouldn't.
take neither.
I would have gotten 4 if I just kept the mermaid, but I think doesn't matter.
Are you going to keep the shark?
No,
or keep
because
the
remember,
swimmer?
if you
No,
can't.
no, I know.
if you
But
can't
I'm
beat
like
my-
talking. Okay, the mermaid doesn't count.
Right.
Yeah.
If you can't beat
I
my
did it right.
score,
I need
then
to
what
get to
you want to
3.
get
Yeah.
is the longest,
Yeah.
like what Mike did.
That's why I took the.
Yep. Yeah.
Even though it was what I needed.
Oh.
Yeah. Don't worry about it.
What?
Don't worry about it.
What do you mean don't worry about it?
I'm not going to worry about that one, Mike.
Is what he's saying.
Well, there goes that anchor.
Still there.
Not really.
If you remember what pile it's in.
I don't. I'm going to put a shark, so it's double shark.
I was going to take that fish.
I know. It would all come
Double
back,
shark.
and then you would have came back with the anchor, and Nikki would have taken the other anchor. It might come back.
Crab.
Crab.
Forward walking crab.
Grab.
Crap.
Crab.
Yes, Michael?
Is there a chiropractor on camera that we haven't seen? Sound like
Wow.
those chiropractor moves. Get a little adjustment.
What?
Look at that.
Did
Who
I
shuffled these?
Did I take?
I did.
What
They were shuffled.
did I take after all that? Okay, there we go. What's this again? I'm gonna play a fish here. There you go.
All right, I'll take a fish. Done.
Hey, look who's back. This is the shark.
Shark.
The
and the
shark.
Swimmer. Shark
Oh,
and
the
swimmer.
shark
Wow.
swims
The
with
shark.
his fish dear.
Dear.
This is a weird game.
It is a very odd game. You can have a 5-card hand at one point and have no points.
Yes.
I mean, I've had that most of the time, except for when I got the mermaid.
except
One
for when
time.
you won the whole game with 4
Sure.
mermaids.
And you know how many
But
times-
that's
But you
very
can also
rare.
have 3 cards and have 6 points. Like and the problem is it's a perception thing.
Go ahead.
Well, I only
Go
had
ahead.
6 points or 7 points if I could have beat you, but I didn't.
Right.
And that only got there with that turn. But I mean, it's like fistfuls of nothing, and I can't get any duos.
Look, it's a sheet show.
Sure, it would be rad if I was collecting those.
I don't know if anybody is yet. I mean,
Well-
judged from what's been taken from the draw
I'll
piles.
take this boat.
Oh, I wanted that boat.
But guess what? Boat.
I wanted that boat.
I know, but I got the boats in front of you.
Take another turn.
I will. I'm gonna go. Let's go. No one's shells. I think Lincoln's right. No one's shells.
If I had them, I'd take them. So there's a big hint. Don't have them.
It's okay. You'll draw them
Maybe
next time.
nobody has them.
What do you got for me, Mike?
Do you want a shark?
Really?
Wow.
Sharks and
What is
dude
going
swimming the whole
on?
game.
Done.
Wow.
You
We'll
took
cover
the
that
shark.
dude up.
Yep.
Took the shark. Okay.
Took the shark, but did not
Sorry.
play it.
Because you don't have any. You don't have any swimmers. You have double shark. You have shark.
I drew a swimmer earlier.
You're supposed to tell me that.
You're supposed to remember.
Wow. Wish I had any of that stuff.
Octopus.
Are you done?
Marcel the
I'm
show.
done.
I draw these two.
With shoes on.
I'm going to get rid of this swimmer.
You picked up a shark.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, now I know what you're doing.
I don't have to
Dave.
play it.
I know, I know.
You know you don't. You don't have to, but I'm not sure what you're doing.
I know what I'm doing.
I don't.
You'll find out.
I'm lost.
I am too. That's one per boat.
Wow. Well, I'll go here. I'm also, it's weird. Rainbow
Yeah.
and not much.
Do I have one of those? I do. Okay. That's a crab. I'm gonna place the crab here.
That's not a crab, that's a boat.
That's a boat.
No, I'm gonna place. I'm gonna place
Two crabs?
Two crabs.
Okay.
Where's my other crab? There's
Go
my
for it.
crabs.
All right.
There we go. Let's go.
Surfing now?
Yeah, let's go this way.
I don't remember what is even in the pile.
He's looking for a
do.
shell.
I don't.
It's in there. It'd be fun to have the crabs.
Teehee. Teehee.
Oh man.
My turn is done.
All right, I got you.
My turn is done.
I'm going to get rid of this fish.
You are kidding.
Did you have 2
You're
sharks?
kidding.
Yep,
Ah,
2
you got-
sharks.
Two sharks that beat us one.
Wow.
Oh, look at that. Maybe we're going to go through the deck.
No, we're not.
Hey, I have a crab. I'm very happy. Don't know what I'm going to get with it, but I'll play those.
Grab, grab.
And
Crab,
I will
crab.
go through, what do I need?
Crab, crab,
Who even
crab,
knows
crab.
what I need? I'll just take anything I can find. I think it's all sharks and, yeah, it is. It's the wrong pile.
There's a good mix of sharks and
You
swimmers
see what
in
colors
both.
I could use here? Anything? Anything? Oh, this is terrible. I'll take that. Let me double check. Colors, colors, colors. Anything. I really have
Colours.
the rainbow of fun. Okay.
Boat.
I'll take this boat.
Okay.
And let's call it, right? 2,
You're gonna call
We'll
it?
get-
4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I just have 7. Yep, let's call it 7.
Are you calling stop or last
Stop.
chance?
Let's stop. Yep.
Boo.
Boo. Yeah.
Serious?
Yeah.
I have 1 point. No, I'm sorry. I have 2 points. But
Wow.
Wow, that's pretty amazing.
That'd have been nice.
That's
I
pretty
thought I was backing up for the. If someone calls last chance, I have 6 points.
Well, I have 4, 5, 4, 6, 7.
cool. 8, 9.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Wow.
you would have killed me. Yeah.
Should have called last chance. Then I'd have 6.
I just.
then I'd have 6 points.
Yeah, yeah.
So I have 2 for that, and this gives me 1 for 8. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Just 7.
We'll score it up.
What did you get? 7, Mike?
7. Yep.
Yeah. Technically, I have 2 because I have 2 crabs and
Ah.
I have a shark swimmer, and they count as points whether I play them as
Correct.
duos or not.
Yep.
Okay.
2,
All right, Nikki, you
Okay.
have 1,
All right.
and the mermaid is worth either 2 or 2, so
Yeah.
3 total.
Yeah.
Okay.
Guess what? That's 1 more than I scored.
Okay.
All right.
I thought I
then
had
got,
2.
What did I get,
so-
Mike? Was it 7 or? what'd you say?
9.
No, you're
9.
9. You're 9. You did very well.
Yeah, you could have called last chance, man.
Well, whatever. I got something that helped me.
Right, but that's when you call it. You
Right.
call it at the end of your
Oh,
turn.
I see. Yeah.
All right. So here we go.
Yeah.
These are the
shifted it.
first 2 cards I drew.
I laughed.
So you keep this one.
I did.
And then you just try to find crabs.
And I kept trying. That was
And when I
my
went back,
whole
when I went back in there,
game.
I'm like, hey, there are 2 anchors in here.
We're in the middle of our second game, and I have yet to draw a mermaid. I have not even
Wow.
seen a mermaid.
Mermaids are.
Except when Lincoln put them all down.
You're mermaid
They're
free.
mysterious. That's why.
Mike called stop, so I'm the start player. Yes, I realized the turn before I should have played my 2 crabs because it occurred to me.
But he also had a swimmer and a shark too.
David Schwimmer was
I
there,
only
too.
drew them because they were dark blue. I didn't
wow.
want to play them. Okay. We'll talk when we're done with the game. I'm not crazy about the shark swimmer thing. Unfortunately, I think the game does need those cards.
I know.
But I don't like them. Part of the thing with this game is it's very hard. I mean, other than just asking what the score is, you can never tell by anyone's hand where they are. Unless you've seen them pick up like 2 octopus.
You have to think worst case scenario. So that's why you have to go attack them. And sometimes they can have 0 points, just like what happened to you. Yeah. That might be a... I'm not saying a flaw of the game, but it's not a flaw. It's not a fun part of the game.
It's just something that you either are okay with or not. And a lot of people don't care. I'll draw these 2. No, I'm going to draw these 2.
Yeah.
Nobody's gone for the anchors, right?
There you go.
You can't anymore.
Well, you could, but
Now you can't.
dig.
Are you going to go for the anchor?
No.
If
It would
might
be great, but I don't see those cards.
Boat.
I've seen one anchor.
You have to draw the anchor first
I-
in order to do it.
I know.
Boat.
Boat. Those boats.
Of course, what are the odds of drawing 4 mermaids?
I don't know, but we can go again. I'm going to take this boat.
Just kidding. Just kidding.
Well, you might have drawn an anchor
I know. You know what your hand... Why are you covering up the anchor?
because it's not good.
Because I want
Because
to.
it's not good.
Because he's a crazy person.
Because I want
It's
to.
not good. It's not good.
Let's start with the sharks again.
Okay. And I'll play that and go again.
Nice. Time walk. Time walk for Lincoln.
Boats are good if you just get a lot of them, but you got to get a lot of them.
I'll take this crab.
Yeah, because it could be anything.
Could be. Or you know what it is? A half a crab.
Half a crab is better than no crab at all. Hey, you want a shell?
No shells.
What? Upside down. We'll take you and put you.
Fish.
Oh.
Someone going for shells?
I don't know. I didn't see.
I'll take this fish. There we go.
I'll draw these 2. More swimmers.
Oh my goodness.
There are just a ton of swimmers and sharks in the deck at that last round, especially.
Yeah.
There are only 5 of them.
Wow, nobody wanted them. Dave took them because they were dark. That was all, right?
I was
dark
trying to get.
blue.
We drew a lot.
I was trying to get all the color, but it backfired on me. I was counting on someone last chancing it, Mike.
I did
Although-
last chance. It should have been Lincoln.
Well, you had 9 points. That's
I barely had enough points.
it's.
I
Well, again, save it for the end. We'll talk about it at the end.
okay. I'm gonna take this boat.
Okay, what are you gonna do with it?
Take
why
another
I
turn.
That's why I didn't cover that one.
Okay, take another turn. Let's go. I'm gonna take this fish.
Yep.
Guess what? I'll play a fish and another fish.
Oh, wow.
Fish.
There you go. Draw an anchor.
Okay. I'll just take the top. Come on, anchor.
You have to take. Not. I'll just take the
Come
top.
on, anchor.
You can only take the top.
Okay. That's my turn.
Hey, who wants a swimmer?
Ay,
I'll leave the anchor though.
jeez.
What do I need now?
That must be it. Is it just nobody wants to play the shark and the swimmer?
Why'd you cover the anchor?
Cuz nobody else was
No
doing
one else is
it.
gonna
Yeah, that's
do it.
right.
I know.
Okay. Oops. Banging that swimmer around. You're getting knocked,
It's okay, he's
knocked
gonna
about
get
his
eaten
head
by
and
sharks.
shoulders.
I
So-
know. You went to the school of fish.
Lord, this is all bad.
Yeah, you can't let Mike get the fish.
There's no fish there.
This.
There's no fish. That's not a fish. That's
That's
a
a two-
school. That's a school.
Yeah, it's a 2-point card for you if it's available.
I know.
Come on, give me something.
What do you
Yeah.
want?
I don't know.
There we go. There's an octopus.
Okay,
Wow.
I'll take that.
You done?
Yep.
Hey, look, the
Oof.
school's back.
Wow. It's truly terrible.
It's only terrible if you. It's only terrible if they don't match.
Yep.
I will take this swimmer. Go ahead.
All right. Come on, magic.
There it is. It's probably swimmer.
What is going on?
No.
That's cool.
What is going on?
Well, it doesn't even matter. We don't have to look.
You
It's
can
done.
never see this in your whole life, and we've done it
Oh, wait,
twice.
this is there, but yeah. Oh, there you
I
go.
was getting a good hand this time for.
That's cool.
That is
No.
crazy.
Well, there you go. So
Well,
Lincoln
you
won
did
once
the magic
and
thing and
Dave
it worked.
I literally, the first thing I drew after saying I haven't seen a mermaid the whole game was a mermaid, and then another one, and I'm like, oh no,
Okay.
oh no.
All
Game is
right.
rigged.
Gamegenic, ingenious supplies.
What do you think,
No.
Nikki P?
Oh, I like it. It's fun. Did that sound sarcastic?
No, this is just, I'm serious, this is crazy.
Yeah.
It is crazy. It is
No,
absolutely
I
crazy.
do enjoy it. At the very beginning, it's odd because it is so simple, but at the very beginning, it's a little bit to get your head around, I guess, because you don't really play games like this that much. But I do enjoy, I like the two draw piles and covering it up and trying to keep track of what's in there. With as many crabs as there are in the game, I was having the worst time trying to get a set.
I know.
Like
Yeah.
the last two games, that's really what I wanted, to get
Yeah.
to something that was earlier in the deck, and I could never get a set. I could never get a duo. And of course, the origami art is really cute. So,
Yeah, it's really
you know.
gorgeous.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't play my swimmer and shark to go take your mermaid. I had no idea you had mermaids in your
I
game.
kind of, this is going to sound crazy, but I kind of wanted you to steal a mermaid from me, in a way.
Right.
Because I actually thought, are we really going to see this a second time? That would be insane.
You didn't have to pick the mermaid.
They drew them blind every time.
I know.
I'm not going to leave one
I know.
out.
Of course not. I know, they're such good cards.
What do you think, Link?
I mean, it's cool. The randomness is rough. Like trying, I ended up getting 4 out of there. Whoopity-doo. But I couldn't get any. The duo situation is not great. Like, it's how the game gets action for me, right?
Well, the duos,
I mean, I won the game with the mermaid because of the boats,
duos.
but
Well, you had 9 points in the last hand.
Yeah,
and
I know.
that could have been. I don't remember what your longest suit was, but that could have been 11 or 12 for you if you'd last chanced it.
Right.
Instead of
Right.
letting Mike say stop.
but yeah,
I think the game wants you to end the game early. I think everyone likes to play the game like we like to play the game like
Right.
this, and it goes on and then stuff like this happens.
but
I
I've
don't think that the game was over until that. I mean, in this round, right?
Yeah,
I didn't have it.
No, none of us had it that round. I'm just
Right.
saying the turn before.
It just the turn before was I just got it, and I'm like, oh, okay, I could have called it, right?
Yeah.
but you
right.
don't have to
Right.
because you don't. Sometimes you
I know.
think 9
I
points
would have
is-
done it the next turn
No, I
if you
think
hadn't. I
right.
just didn't know what I had.
Yes, so I played a lot of this online.
Right.
And what's nice online, of course, is it shows you your score constantly. So if you had played that online after you drew that
Yeah, you
card,
would've known.
it would have said, "You have 9 points. Would you
Yeah.
like to call last chance?" I mean, it would have given you that option, and you were like, "Oh,
Yeah,
9
you have
points."
to. Right. We have to figure it out yourself, and sometimes you.
Well,
say,
if
oh, I have
nobody,
9
I mean,
points, and maybe that's
people
not good
seem to
enough.
be ready to go at 7 in this game.
I think.
And
if
I
you
would have gone if I'd known I had 9. I would have gone
I think
for
if
it.
you had a
Yeah.
weak hand at 7.
So
you
here's the
have to
crazy
call
part,
it.
though.
Yeah.
This is my hand at one point. Okay, all right. I have 3 points. No, I have 3, 4, 5. I have 5 points with
That's
this
still
hand.
not bad. That's not a bad score for.
But only because the mermaid is its own
own
suit.
suit, yeah.
But without that,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's the thing that I
It's a bummer that you can't get rid of them.
I
You
could-
really,
I could
know, but you
discard
can't
them.
really, right? You have to. It kind of chokes your hand unless you get them all.
if I can get just like another yellow
Of course,
card.
that would be great.
Yeah.
But I'm saying you have to get those things to make it actually work really well.
Actually,
right?
I had it
Once you
here.
get the third one, you're like, oh, okay, now if this is worth 3 points minimum.
Yeah, I think it's okay to discard if
It's more than 3 minutes.
I'm just saying if your choices were these, if you had a mermaid and an octopus that we drew at the top, I think it's okay to take the octopus and discard the mermaid. I think it's okay to do that.
Sure, but
I think there are
Especially because somebody's not going to get 4 mermaids.
Actually, you know, when
if
I
you
do
have
this,
2 of them.
when I do this octopus, I forgot my own thing. I forgot about the mermaids scoring for themselves. Seriously, because once I drew this octopus, that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah.
Right.
All right.
Or
9, 10,
7,
11.
or 7 at most. No, or 7.
So I think that is one of
Yeah.
the difficulties. It is a learning curve is that the point score, and you have to kind of pay attention, and it's easy to mess it up by accident. Whereas
Yeah.
on your, as you said, online, it does it for you.
Until I drew the 4th one of those, though, I didn't have a good hand in that one round. I did not have a good hand.
Well, except again,
the fact that
except 3 octopuses, except 3 mermaids on their own.
I understand.
Score a minimum 3,
I
and
understand.
maybe more than 3, depending on what other
But
colors.
I
you
had
have.
5 cards, I think, in my hand when I won that. I might have played one set down. I did, because that's how I
3,
got
4,
the 4th
5.
one.
3 mermaids score a minimum, of 5, right? Because the mermaid is also its own suit
Right.
that can score.
Right.
But I think this scores for the other 2.
Okay, so if you have this in your hand,
Just that.
right?
That's
so this
worth
is-
3.
This is worth 1, 2, 3. These have to be different colors.
They're worth nothing.
They're worth
Right.
nothing.
Right, but that's 3. Now that's a 4-point hand. Now that's a 5-point
Right.
hand.
Right.
Even
I'm
though
just saying-
these score nothing.
Right. So 3 mermaids by themselves.
5
are
is
not,
still a lot of points.
I agree. So you need 3 mermaids and 2 other cards is a great
For sure,
hand.
but
Yeah.
when you're
Absolutely.
when they're I know enough about the game. They are clogging your hand unless
Yeah.
you can get that other one out. The 4th one.
Yeah.
When I got the 3rd one, I'm like, okay, now I need more colors, right?
Yeah.
So in the first, it's either you want more than one of one color, right? I had like one. I did play the boats, and I had that. I had one of these, got that in my hand, played that, then drew, and amazingly enough, had the 4th one,
Yeah.
right? And I still had one more card in my hand. It didn't, didn't matter because I won the game. But the thing is, you have to kind of bank on that, right? And it's kind of hard. Like there's no guarantees.
Nope.
It doesn't
No.
get real big unless you start to get other
Nope.
stuff in
you
your
just
hand.
look for dark blue, light blue, black and yellow, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
maybe ignore the other colors.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I mean, look, don't get me wrong. The duos give you extra actions, and extra
Yes.
actions are fun.
Right.
But they
Well-
but you don't necessarily need the duos. You can still get big scores
Sure.
without them. And in fact, the games in which I have played, in which my opponent has called stop or last chance with 3 or 4 cards or something crazy like that, have been ones where they have not had duos, right? Because they've
Right.
just gotten they've gotten 3 octopuses and something,
Right.
and that's 7 points. Boom, just like that.
Yeah.
3 octopuses and a penguin, for example, or 3 octopuses and a mermaid. Boom, you're done. It can be crazy. There are definitely times when it's swingy, and I said this before, but the shark swimmer thing, I think, is almost a necessary balance, because there's really only 2 ways to sort of catch up. One is the last chance bet, but you still have to get luck and get a good hand that way.
Right.
But the other way is the shark swimmer thing. And my only real problem with the shark swimmer thing in a 4-player game is that on the first round especially, you don't really know who to hit. So
Right.
you tend to hit the person with the most cards, who is not necessarily the person who's got the best
Right.
hand.
Right.
Yes.
But once the score happens, then you tend to use the shark swimmer on whoever is just high on the leaderboard at that point.
Right.
And that at least seems fair enough.
Right.
Fair in a way.
Right.
But that's only if you have a problem. I mean, Mark Johnson, for example, loves this game. And surprisingly, even though he understands my point, he has no problem with the shark swimmer. He's not a big take that guy, but for some reason for this game, it's okay with him. It doesn't bother
Maybe
him.
because the game is fast enough?
Correct.
If a game is fast enough, the take thats are not so bad. But yeah, it could be I think there's a lot of variance and swinginess in the game.
Yeah.
And I think you just have to be okay with it.
But the decisions are neat too. Do you take something? Do you cover it?
Yep.
It's
when you
insane
have,
how often Nikki would cover what I was hoping
Yeah.
to get.
That
that's
happens
great.
more
That
than
means,
enough, yes.
she's doing a good job, right? When you have 2 crabs, do you play them right away when you draw the second one, or do you hold on and wait?
There's there's interesting choices.
A crab can be a very good sort of killing blow. You hold on to it, and you hold on to it, and then boom, crab, boom, stop.
Right.
You're waiting for that thing where you can get to 7 or
if you
higher.
think you might have some, usually I was just desperate for anything in my hand. I dug in and I think I got another shell, right? When I
Right.
went the one time.
So
Well, if you'd find an anchor somewhere.
Sure.
late in the game,
Right.
and you remember this is here, this could all of a sudden be 3 more points,
Right.
and now you can maybe even call last chance and get
Right.
lucky.
So have you played it 2 players?
Yes, almost mostly
Have
2
you played
player.
any 3 players?
No, I've
Okay.
played 4 and
I
2
played
for
4
the
and
most part.
yeah. So maybe I played a 3 players a couple, and I think 3 players is an interesting game because there is a little bit more of that dynamic rather than because it takes a little time. There's a card that you can play. Maybe it comes back to you, and it's a little more open when you're playing the 3
Maybe.
players.
I don't remember what the scoring threshold is. I think
more.
I think with 3 players it's 45
Oh wow.
or 40
Okay.
maybe, and with
Yeah.
2 players it's 45.
Yeah.
I know that on BGA you can toggle 2 players to be 60 if you want. Because a lot of people I think felt like 40 was almost too quick.
Too easy. Okay.
Not easy, just
Yeah.
they wanted more game
Right.
out of it. We didn't play with the expansion cards, but there is already an expansion to this game. And the expansion cards are as follows. So there are 3 of these little starfish. You can add them to a duo when you play the duo, and it gives you 2 more points, but it cancels the effect of the duo. So, so you won't get the extra turn for the
Right.
boat or the dig for the crab, but you will get 2 points.
Two
All right,
points, yeah.
and that's only when you play the duo. So if,
Okay.
if this is in your hand, there's 1 seahorse, and
It's also white.
yeah. Is it?
Yeah.
Or
You're right.
gray.
No, it is.
That's white.
It's white. It's just, it matches the color there.
Okay.
Right there.
Correct.
Yep.
It is essentially wild for any of the set collecting.
So could it be? Could you have it be a
No,
fourth?
it can be an octopus.
Mermaid?
No, it can't be a 4th mermaid, but it can be an octopus, or it can be an octopus or a shell or a penguin
Or an anchor.
Penguin.
or an anchor.
Or an
It can be wild
anchor.
for any of those. There's only 1 of those in the deck. This is the jellyfish. When you play the jellyfish with the swimmer instead of the shark, you don't steal a card, but 2 things happen. The first is, until it gets back around to you, all players can only draw 1 card from the top of the deck, not 2, and they just keep it. And no players can play duos, and no players can end the round.
Yeah, jellyfish in the water. Watch out, stings.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you're not stealing a card from them at least,
Right.
So
Okay. That seems like you're hurting them pretty
it adds
good.
the 1 point per crab because that's not in the base game.
Yeah, crab. Those crabs are cute.
And then
That looks like a lobster.
it
is a
is
lobster.
in fact a lobster, and it gets played with a crab. So if you play a lobster and a crab instead of 2 crabs, so the 2 crabs still work the way they do, but when you play a lobster and a crab, instead of going through a deck, you take the top 5 cards of the deck.
Ooh.
You look at them, you keep 1, and then you shuffle the whole deck
Oh wow.
and put them back.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a shot in the dark.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're kind of neat. The way I've seen this for the few times I played this set online, I've seen these 3 cards come up a lot.
Yep.
And I've seen the starfish and the jellyfish almost always be discarded for some reason.
All right.
Okay.
Well, cool.
Though I think probably because it's a 2-player game, I think in a 4-player game the jellyfish are a lot
Yes.
better.
Okay. Well, cool. Thanks for teaching us, Dave.
You're welcome, Lincoln.
And thanks to you for watching. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to our channel. And if you do, click on the bell to get notified when we put up new videos. See you next time.